said that I'll do this. I've got mine here. Actually, I should just call it up on my computer. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Try that again. Great. Good afternoon, everyone. We've got a little bit of feedback here. I think, thank God for County Council. Okay, here we go again. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to call to order the April 24th meeting of the LAFCO committee held in the Board of Supervisors chambers here in Monterey County on Alice South Street. Could we please have a roll call? Here.
Church.
Here.
Commissioner Craig.
Here.
Commissioner Oglesby.
Here.
Commissioner Snodgrass.
Here.
And we are currently still waiting on Vice Chair Gorley and Chair LAFCO.
And we have a quorum.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Thank you very much. Now, if you will please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. At this time in the meeting, we will open it up for general public comment. If there's anyone who has any comments they would like to make that are not covered in today's agenda, please either raise your hand if you're on Zoom or come forward if you're in the chambers. I see. Yes, Mr. Oglesby.
I move that we elect Director Adams to chair this meeting in absence of the chair and the vice chair.
Second, Craig.
Thank you. Could we have a vote, please?
Commissioner Adams.
Aye.
Commissioner Church.
Aye.
Commissioner Craig.
Aye.
Commissioner Oglesby
Aye.
and Commissioner Snodgrass.
Aye.
And just as a gentle reminder, we don't need to do a roll call vote. Everyone's here in person, so it could just be
Oh, thank you.
ayes, nays, move
right.
things along.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Well, and thank you for the privilege of being able to chair this meeting today. I appreciate your nomination. So now we will go to, I think we were at public comments and I did not see anyone in chambers coming forward. Is there anyone who has their hand raised online?
Chair Adams, there's no one with their hand raised on Zoom.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brinkman. With that, we will close public comment and move forward and go to our closed session items. And is there anyone in the public who would like to comment on anything that is on today's closed session?
Chair Adams, no one in public comment.
Thank you. And no one in chambers. So with that, we will close public comment on closed session items. And we will recess into closed session for today's agenda item. We have one item on our closed session. With that, let's go into closed session. Thank you. And we will return as soon as we are able to. Thank you.
Might been, sorry. Of April 24th, and if we could have a roll call, please.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner Adams,
Here.
Commissioner Church.
Here.
Commissioner Craig,
Here.
Commissioner Oglesby,
Here.
Commissioner Snodgrass,
Here.
and Chair Leffel.
Here, thank you. And read out from our closed session, Ms. Donlin.
Yes, thank you, Chair. No reportable items today.
Right, thank you. We have a consent agenda. And there are several sets of minutes and reports on there. Is there anyone who would like to pull one of those for discussion?
Move approval, Craig.
Second.
Okay, do we have anyone from the public that would like to comment on them?
Chair Leffel, there are no comments, no hands raised on Zoom.
All right, thank you. Could we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Adams. Commissioner Church.
Aye.
Commissioner Craig,
Aye.
Commissioner Oglesby,
Aye.
and Chair Leffel.
Yes, thank you very
Thank you.
much. So our item number 7 is to conduct a public hearing considering the draft final budget for fiscal year 2023, 2024. And this is our second hearing. So if we could have a updated report, please. Kate?
Yes, thank you, Chair. And our analyst, Jonathan Brinkman, will provide a brief update.
Good afternoon, Chair Leffel and Commissioners. Previously, the Budget and Finance Committee recommended the budget approval at its February meeting, and the Commission held its first hearing at the March meeting. The fiscal year 2023-2024 budget would provide the funding needed to accomplish the LAFCO annual work program, which was approved last month. The budget would be a 2.5% increase from the current fiscal year's budget. LAFCO staff sent local agencies copies of the proposed final budget with a request for review and comments. At present, no formal comments regarding the budget have been received, and staff is available if you have any questions.
All right. Do we have any comments from the public?
Chair Leffel, no hands are raised.
All right. Anyone from the commission? I'd entertain a motion.
So moved, Craig.
Oglesby second.
Have a first and a second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Yes, Chair. Commissioner Adams,
Aye.
Commissioner Church.
Aye.
Commissioner Craig,
Aye.
Commissioner Oglesby,
Aye.
and Chair Leffel.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, our next item, our executive officers' communications and announcements.
Thank you, Chair Leffel. In the packet under agenda item number 8 are 2 letters that we have recently written to the city of Gonzales. One is about the city's proposed agricultural resource mitigation ordinance, and the other is about a project that we are likely to see in the future. It's agricultural cooler project that would be located down near Gloria Road. The only update I have is concerning the city's draft ordinance. The city council last week actually adopted a final ordinance and on this item, and the comments that we provided in our letter were not addressed in the ordinance, in the final ordinance. The County of Monterey and the Agricultural Land Trust also had comments that they had provided on the draft version, and those comments were not addressed. So that completes my communication items for now. Thank you.
You have comments on this or questions? I do. So they've done this. You, Kate, are meeting on a regular basis with the county on their agricultural mitigation, correct?
Yes, in fact, our principal analyst, Darren McBain, is at a meeting right now with the County Ag Advisory Committee on that topic.
Okay, and is that to guide the county for how they set up their mitigation?
That's correct. The county staff have drafted a more of a county-wide ag mitigation program, and that draft is now undergoing review by a subcommittee of the county's Ag Advisory Committee. And so there are various people, including LAFCO staff, participating in that effort, including City of Salinas staff, the Agricultural Land Trust, City of Gonzales staff, and others. So there are folks from various communities commenting and assisting the county in its work.
But Gonzalez went ahead and I'm going to say went their own path, no matter what was being discussed.
That's correct.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this all works. So it's not just everybody's kind of in lockstep in advance, or people do, individual city or community has its own ability to speak out and control its destiny, or eventually they're going to come to the county or to us, and then they're not going to be in compliance.
That's correct.
Yes.
So I know the city of Salinas is currently having those discussions with the county. I've been privy to sitting in on a couple of them, and I know there's quite a bit of discussion and debate over the authority of that, right? And so I think LAFCO, certainly being a countywide entity, I have some general concerns. Certainly don't have any problem with you being at the table, but I don't want to encourage a countywide ordinance at this point, or I shouldn't say an ordinance, but a countywide plan at this point, just because I know the city of Salinas is slated for tremendous growth. We have a future growth area, and there's quite a bit of discussion, certainly in South County. And I know there are several different cities that are weighing in, including the South County cities, as that mitigation plan is being developed. So just a little insight from the city of Salinas. Those meetings have some conflict to them. So thanks.
I think that's kind of what I was trying to get at is this, everybody's in lockstep going forward, or are there different ideas coming from the cities?
There are
Because we are
definitely
a separate commission. We're not part of the county. We're not a county agency in that we're not appointed by the Board of Supervisors across the board. So we're independent.
LAFCO's comments, both in the city's efforts and in the county's efforts, are from those of an independent agency based on our law, the Cortese-Knox-Hertzberg Act, the legislative purposes and mission that this commission has, and based on past practices of the commission, as well as local policies adopted by this commission. So those are the primary guiding influences for the comments that we make when we're out in the community discussing these issues with our cities and the county of Monterey.
To the chair, I think the commission needs to keep its eye on this process. I think we just had a big controversy a few months ago about the expansion in different cities. And so we want to make sure that we're clear about what we support in the sense of our policies going forward, and not be held by a policy that was adopted in the staff paperwork 15 years ago. As things change over the last 10 years, as cities continue to grow, continue to increase their sphere of influence, I think this commission needs to make sure that we're not just signing off onto what we did 25 years ago, especially if it comes before us and then our hands are tied. So just keep abreast of those things.
Comments, thoughts? Okay, that was my question on here for destined to a road for a collision here. So, okay, any commissioner comments on anything that's not on the agenda? I have one. I was invited by California Special Districts to go about 2 weeks ago. I went up to La Selva Beach and met with, I think there were 11 districts represented there, and they are thinking about forming their own special districts association, similar to what we have. So I went, their lead on that is Joe Serrano, their LAFCO executive director. So he's working thoroughly with CSDA to put together their own group. So I just wanted to let you know, I went as chair of the special districts of Monterey County, but also as LAFCO, just to tell them how it works with all of us. So that was it. And then, as we said earlier, Kate and I were down in Soledad on Friday, meeting with the Soledad Healthcare District, just to talk about how things are with them and maybe how we could be of assistance. So that's the end of my report. And for that, I'd take a motion for adjournment.
Second.
First and second, all in favor? Aye. Thank you all. We'll see you next month. Okay. You. Quick and sweet, huh?